Carolyn, he says that this is still an open case, so they have to check out every lead. And this is where it started some 37 years ago when Hoffa disappeared from the restaurant that used to be here, and those tips have been coming in ever since. There have been many tips since Jimmy Hoffa disappeared from the Macus Red Fox restaurant in 1975. The latest one leading police to a driveway in Roseville.
I don't know the probable cause that takes the police department to that location. What I do know is the police department, the FBI, all law enforcement has an obligation to follow up on all of the leads that they obtain in that case.
Dan Roberts is the former special agent in charge of the Detroit FBI office.
Whether it's Jimmy Hoffa as the victim or any other victim, they have an obligation to follow up on each and every lead, and obviously that one must have been a credible lead or they wouldn't be out there.
Just like Roseville brought in experts to start analyzing what could be under the driveway, Roberts did the same when he led the search for Hoffa's remains in 2006 on a Milford horse farm.
We used some very sophisticated technology that came out there, ground penetrating radar. We brought in experts from the Michigan State University that came out and did some probing for us.
In his 30 years in law enforcement, Roberts says people in dire circumstances like to talk. Anyone who knew Hoffa directly when he was alive would be in their 70s or 80s by now.
That does happen where people that are on their deathbed want to provide information to clear their conscience, to get it off their chest, whether they actually participated in the crime or they just had knowledge after the fact that a crime had occurred.
But thousands of tips have come in over the years, and none of them have panned out for the police or the FBI.
I certainly would love to know the end as to what happened with Mr. Hoffa, like everyone else.
And of course, this isn't the first time that this has happened, and if nothing comes of this tip, well, it certainly won't be the last. Live from Bloomfield Township, Julie Bonovich, 7 Action News.
All right, Julie, thank you. Now, in addition to that much publicized Milford dig, there have been other searches for Hoffa's remains in the last decade. In 2004, a tip from a deathbed confession for a book led police to tear up the floorboards in a Detroit house where it was alleged Hoffa got shot. Investigators found bloodstains in the home, but they were not linked to the former Teamsters boss. The year before that, in 2003, there was another search for evidence. Investigators dug up a backyard swimming pool near Bay City, but it ended like the others, with the mystery still unsolved.